Today I'm going to pick out my 8 favorite horror books. Number 8 is H.G. Wells' Guide on the Doctor Moreau. This is made into a movie as well. I think it was in the 90s, and I think there's another remake after that. It's about vivisection on these guys carrying out vivisection on this island. That's a great book. Number 7 is James Herbert book called Fluke. It's about the story of a dog who thinks he's a man, or a man who thinks he's a dog. James Herbert's done a lot of great books, and a lot of them have been made into movies, but I like this one. Number 7 is number 6, is called Eat Them Alive. This is a really old book. I think it's from the 70s, and Pierce Nace is a pseudonym. No one knows who wrote it, but it's about these. It's a really gory book, like some gory scenes. It's a really good book. It's about these giant praying mantises who come out, and the guy trains them to kill people. That's a great book. Next is another James Herbert book called The Rats. And this was his first novel. It's about these big giant rats that infest London and kill loads of people. I think when it came out, it shocked a load of people because it was so gory. And next is Stephen King book called Misery. A lot of people like Stephen King. I like him, but I don't think he's the best. He has a lot of good ideas, though. Misery, I think, is one of his best. It's about this author and this woman loves him and traps him and stuff. And it's made into a movie. You should read it. It's a good book. Next is another Stephen King book called It. A lot of people say this is the best horror book. I don't think it's the best, but it's a really great book. I think a lot of people should read it. If you're into reading and you're into horror, you should read it. And second is Clive Barker. I think Clive Barker is a genius. Well, that's the name. And it's called Youre. This is one of my favorite books by him, and one of my favorite books. And it's about there's a few horror scenes, and it isn't to be really classified as horror, but it's good. And last is the Books of Blood, Volume 1 to 6. These are a bunch of short horror stories, but I think these are the best short horror stories ever. They're well thought out, and I think Clive Barker is just a genius. But that's me, so what do you think? What's your top favorite 8 books? Leave it in the comments below, please. Thanks for listening.